Primetime Sports Sunday. UWI joins Tivoli Gardens at the top of the Red Stripe Premier League points table. And double Olympic champion signs major endorsement deal. Good evening, I'm Ricardo Chambers, and we'll have the details after this break. Welcome back to Primetime Sports Sunday. Now, UWIFC have drawn level with the Tivoli Gardens and Montego Bay United on 42 points at the top of the Red Stripe Premier League table after edging Tivoli 3-2 at the Edward Seaga Sports Complex.
At home, went into the day leading the standings on goal difference and were on a 4-game unbeaten streak. But they've never beaten UWI before, and that record was kept intact. The West Kingston-based team had a glorious chance to take the lead, but a tame penalty from Marvin Stewart was easily saved by custodian Amal Knight. After sustained pressure, Peter Keys put the hosts ahead with a free header in the 22nd minute. UWI equalised 7 minutes later as Kemoy Atkinson tucked away a simple chance. Shavar Campbell was sent off in the 39th minute for a dangerous tackle, and UWI benefited as Gervon Brown finished expertly from a breakaway to put the university-based team 2-1 in front. 10 minutes from time, Tivoli must have thought they salvaged something from the game as Edson Scott converted from the penalty spot to make it 2-2. However, Andre Bernal had different ideas as his bullet header left Scott admiring as UWI preserved their unbeaten run against the former champions.
The intensity got away from us. We brought it down too low against 10 man in the second half, and that kind of gave them the possibility or the thought that they could come back into the game. So we didn't move the ball quick enough with the advantage, with the goal advantage and the man advantage. But at the end, a very good play, very good header from the substitute Andre Bernal to give us win. So today's one of those days where we are really grateful for the win because we had it, then lost the momentum, and then at the end we kind of recovered.
I believe that in the first half we have managed to lose our emotions. We were overly aggressive, and hence we went down to 10 man, At the interval, the coaching staff asked the team to settle down and start play some football. We have asked them to keep their defensive team shape and the organisation. We said despite going down to 10 man, we are going to apply a medium press game in the second half, and I believe that it worked for us quite well.
Montego Bay United are now on a 2-game losing streak as they were beaten 2-0 by Reno at Stets. Afiba Chambers and Rondell Morris were on the score sheet. 6th place, Arnett Gardens snapped a 2-game losing streak, ambushing Jamalco 4-1 at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. Fabian Reed sent the Junglists ahead in the 13th minute from the spot. An 11-minute blitz saw the 2015 champions scoring 3 times as Lennox Russell in the first half added time, Steve Clark in the 47th minute, and Jovan Abu in the 54th minute condemned Jamalco to a 13th league defeat. Chantel Modell in injury time had a consolation strike for the Clarendon-based team.
To see, so many goals scored today, it basically has to do with the build-up, leading up to the game. I think we played in spurts in the latter part of the game. The concentration went. Jamalco created chances through that period, but it was an outstanding effort from the goalkeeper who continuously to keep us in the game.
Humble Iron climbed to 4th as they blanked bottom of the table Boys Town 2-0 at Effortville. Jordan Fort, TVJ Sports.
And Waterhouse with goals from Nico Williams and Dave Murray got by Marfa Leo and then 2-1 in the Boulevard Derby. In the day's late kickoff at Sports Time, Harbourview and Portmore United are goalless midway the first half. And UWIFC captain Rashane Smith, who was named man of the match in the Premier League encounter with Tivoli Gardens, is part of a 17-member squad assembled ahead of the CONCACAF Beach Soccer Championship. The team is scheduled to leave the island next Saturday for the Bahamas. Karen Madden caught up with them in training at the Port Royal Beach.
Less than ideal training time, but high spirits in a vigorous training session was very much evident on Friday at the picturesque Port Royal Beach. The 17-man squad, a blend of youth and experience, will be trimmed to 12 ahead of the February 18 departure date. Rashane Smith, who has seen his UWIFC conquer some major challenges to be a force in the National Premier League, is hoping he makes the final cut.
As a new recruit, I think I just have to do the basics, stick to the basic and keep working hard.
Also called to the training squad is veteran striker Jermaine Tuffy Anderson, who has been here before.
It's always a pleasure to come out all the while and represent the country. no matter if at the field or the beach. But as I say, this is our game, our passion. Always want to come out and do our best.
Derek Planter has been to 4 tournaments before, and he's hoping Jamaica will advance to April's FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup.
This time around, we get more experience over the years from 2006 until now. So we'll be a better team this year and be a tougher team this time come around.
It's a sentiment shared by veteran goalkeeper Edsel Robbie Scott.
Yes, well, we have very experienced players, and to be honest, we are all training in the Premier League. Some play the Super League, so it's not like say we're far behind. It's just that the understanding is a very little bit different, but we have to just apply ourselves and go over there and believe in each other, and we can do well.
Coach Andrew Price believes he has the raw material to achieve the huge task at hand.
Definitely, we have players who have played in a lot of beach soccer football competitions, and I believe that it will do us a world of good there. I believe we have a good balance. We have some good defenders, we have good goal scorers, and we have good competent goalkeepers.
The CONCACAF Championship will be contested between 16 teams across 4 groups, with Jamaica playing in Group A alongside Belize, Guyana and host Bahamas. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the knockout phase, with the champion and runner-up joining host Bahamas as the 3 CONCACAF representatives in the World Cup. Jamaica will play their first game against Belize on February 20. Karen Madden, TVJ Sports.
And Texas United were crowned the champions of the St. Catharines Central Village Invitational Eric Bigger Grant 8-a-side knockout competition. Texas United secured a dramatic 1-0 extra time win in the final to dethrone Twit Knox at the 3rd staging of the event. They took home $30,000 for their efforts, while Twit Knox collected $10,000. Rajil Parchment received the MVP award. Coach Marlon Wilke explained how his team managed to get the win.
A bit tired, and we know they had weary legs coming into this final game, so we run them right into the ground, playing back behind the ball, having them playing behind the ball. In the last minute of extra time, through our prolific striker, we managed to carve out a 1-0 victory. It was a well-deserved victory for the community of Andrews Lane and Texas United.
And the tournament organizers explained that the league continues to expand.
Bring the cohesiveness between the 2 sides of community, which is Windsor Heights and Central Village surrounding. Now we're going to another level where we're bringing people from all over other community, from Spanish Town, Portmore Town, as far as even sometime Montego Bay. People passing and seeing the attraction and turning, and from that they get caught on it.
The tournament continues with league competition. And the English Premier League champions Leicester were plunged deeper into relegation trouble as they were beaten by Swansea 2-0, whose vital victory gave their own hopes of survival an enormous lift. And double Olympic champion Elaine Thompson will open her indoor season at the Sainsbury Birmingham Indoor Grand Prix next week. Thompson clocked 7.02 seconds in her season opener at the Queen's Grace Jackson meet, the fastest she has run outdoors over the distance. Veronica Campbell-Brown have ever run
this year I'm going to the Birmingham, and this is weekend coming the 28th, and I'm leaving the 15th to be at London this Saturday.
From helping our MVP 4x100 meter relay team to victory at the Milo Western Relays on Saturday, Thompson inked an endorsement deal with the telecoms company Flow.
I know when you have endorsement, you have to work with them because they're part of the game, part of the work. So you have to do what you have to do, and Flow is more considerate. So they know what it is like. They have worked with the Costa Cup and they're working with me now, so they know what it's like to work with my time and their time, and it is good.
And Godfrey Lothian will serve his 3rd consecutive 2-year term as president of Table Tennis Jamaica, as his administration was returned unopposed in their various positions at Saturday's 72nd annual general meeting at the Jamaica Olympic Association's boardroom. Lothian will again have Glenroy Williams and Owen Flores as 1st and 2nd vice presidents respectively. Anne-Marie Burton Clue remains as secretary, while Rayanda Williams continues in his capacity as treasurer. President President Lothian outlined his team's plans for the next 2 years.
We want to have table tennis being played over the next 2 years. We want to put it in the 14 parishes, including Portmore. We want to move the ratio of people playing now to 15,000 athletes across the country. We would like to have 300 level 1 coaches right across the country. We would like to expand the 40 schools that are now playing in the ISA competitions to about 80 within the next 2 years.
The meeting also saw a vote of 14 to 12 in favor of term limits for presidents to the current 2 years instead of 4. And over 200 players from various age groups have entered the inaugural staging of the Kingston and St. Andrew Audrey Drykin Open Table Tennis Championship, which was launched at the JOA Auditorium. The event will be played on Saturday, February 18 at the Alfred Sangster Auditorium at the University of Technology.
Okay, we have under 9, 11, 13, and 18, which is the boys and girls, and we have the rating category. The rating category speaks to a point system within the country, and under 1750 is the C category, and under 2000 rating is the B. We also, over that, we'll come into the open male and female. That is a championship where the so-called stars, I should say the stars, male and female are.
And that's it for the main portion of Primetime Sports Sunday. But stay with us, the recap to come. Recapping the top stories in Primetime Sports Sunday, UWIFC have drawn level with Tivoli Gardens at the top of the Red Stripe Premier League table after edging Tivoli 3-2 this afternoon. Great match. And double Olympic champion Elaine Thompson has signed an endorsement deal with the telecoms company Flow as she looks ahead to the Birmingham indoor meet on Saturday. All right, that's it for Primetime Sports Sunday.
Welcome back. Our top story this evening, with public passenger operators ordered to remove all tints from vehicles by tomorrow. Taxi operators are insisting that the removal of tints will not solve Jamaica's crime problem. A meeting has been scheduled at the Transport Authority tomorrow morning at 9:30 to discuss the way forward. That's the Primetime News Package on behalf of the news, sports and production teams. I'm Nadine McLeod. Good evening.